Hey guys, Blake Jones here. I'm a realtor here in the Richmond metro area and also a real estate investor. And today I want to talk to you guys about how to purchase and acquire real estate and how holding it over time can yield great returns for you and how you can actually use debt to create gains. Today's topic is how to become a millionaire through real estate. How to use real estate as a vehicle to ultimately get you to millionaire status. One key statistic that I want to point out before we get started is real estate appreciates on average 3.7% on an annual basis. So that's according to the National Association of Realtors. So when you acquire real estate and you hold it over time, you're going to see an average appreciation of 3.7%. So that's an average number. So some years it might be a little bit higher, some years it might be a little bit lower, but on average, historically, we've seen an appreciation of 3.7%. So let's get started. Let's actually get into detail about how we're going to get you to millionaire status. You're going to purchase two $175,000 properties, and you're just going to hold them. And so the idea here is we want to hold them over time so that it compounds at 3.7% year over year. So the longer we hold it, the greater our return is going to be. So it's compounding appreciation. So it's 3.7% on top of 3.7% on top of 3.7%. And it's just compounding over time. So here's where debt plays in. You're going to obtain 30-year financing on this deal. So you're going to the bank and you're going to obtain a mortgage on this property. So you're going to pay them back for 30 years. You're going to have to contribute a down payment on these deals. Now your down payment requirements will vary depending on how you purchase the property. If you want to live in the property, you have the option to purchase it as a primary residence or an owner-occupant. The two most common types of loans people use as owner-occupants is FHA and conventional. The minimum down payment on an FHA owner-occupant loan is 3.5%. 3.5% on $175,000 is $6,125. The minimum down payment on an owner-occupant conventional loan is as low as 3%. 3% on $175,000 is $5,250. Now there are a few other types of loans out there that you might be able to use to get those down payment requirements a little bit lower, but for the majority of the time, you're going to be working with FHA and conventional. Now, on the other hand, if you purchase this property as an investment property, the down payment requirements are a little bit higher. You're looking at around 20%. 20% on $175,000 is $35,000. But the good thing about purchasing it as an investment property is that you get to place tenants in there right away. So your property is producing income right off the bat. Eventually or immediately, you will place tenants in both of these properties. So eventually, I'm speaking in terms of if you purchase it as a primary residence or owner-occupant, you are currently living in the property. Let's just say after a couple years, you decide you want to relocate, get into a different neighborhood, whatever the case may be. Instead of selling it, you have the option to place tenants in the property. Okay, so now you have tenants in both of these properties, assuming you purchase the other one as an investment property. So now you've got tenants in both of these properties. So now that you've got rental income coming in on both of these properties, that will cover your mortgage payment and increase equity in the property. So how that's going to work is, let's just say you charge your tenants, for example, $1,200 a month, and your mortgage payment is $900. So that income is taking care of your mortgage payment, and you are cash flowing positive $300. That $300, you can use it as you please. If you want to use it for repairs, you can do that. If you want to use it and reinvest it into the property, make some upgrades, you can do that. If you want to pocket it and use it as disposable income, you can do that. But the point is, we are using that income to pay down your mortgage. So after 30 years, you won't owe anything else on the property. That is how you use debt to create gains. So let's get down to the final numbers. The ending net asset value, total equity per property, once it's been paid off, once we've used that income to pay down your mortgage over 30 years, and you don't owe anything else on the property, and then assuming that that average appreciation of real estate of 3.7% stays the same over the next 30 years, you will have a net asset value per property of $520,000, which brings your total net asset value on your total position of both of the properties to $1,040,000. You are now a millionaire. Okay? So this is just to show you the power of compounding appreciation and then how to use debt the right way to create gains and how that can ultimately serve as a vehicle to get you to millionaire status. And one thing while I'm wrapping things up here is this is all scalable. If you want to go and purchase 5 properties, you can do it. If you want to go and purchase 15, you can do it. If you want to get aggressive and purchase 20, you can do it. But the point is, by me saying this is a very feasible task. This is just a benchmark, okay? And I'm speaking here from experience, okay? I'm 27 years old and I purchased 4 properties, and you can do it too. So if you want to talk more about this, or if you want to learn more in detail, please feel free to give me a call, send me a direct message. I'm more than happy to sit down with anybody to discuss a game plan. So thank you guys for listening in today. Give me a like on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. You can find me at Blake Jones Realtor, and check me out online at BlakeJonesRealtor.com. Thanks again. See you on the next one.